Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode, possibly the last episode of Heart to Heart, the stories of us. We wanted to go out with a bang, so join me in welcoming to the studio our favorite TikTok couple, Jay and Soyang.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us.
So how do you feel? You guys like work with, because both of you are like content creators to a certain degree. You're pretty used to like the camera, but how do you feel like with so many equipment pointed at you? How does that work?
You said we're content creators. I find that a bit strange, to be honest. I'd say you're a content creator, my wife Sonam, but for myself, I wouldn't say I am. But yeah, I think just going with the flow, a lot of cameras on us, a little bit different, right? It's different from doing it yourself.
Yeah, it's very much chimnabochin. You have your phone like this, and it's like no pressure, nothing. So mic's unavailability. Okay.
But when it's your phone, you can always go back and like delete a bit that you didn't like or something that you could have redone, you know.
Of course.
But yeah, I personally find a little bit apprehensive as well. You never get used to it actually. All the cameras and the equipment pointed at you. When we were talking about you guys before we started rolling, just want to pick up the conversation from there. Soyang, I just found out today that Soyang is not your real name. So what's your real name?
Okay. The TikTok nadi Soyang says start bimidi because my nickname was Soyang. Sonam Yangchin is my full name. The Soyang labdalo Sonam Yangchin gi Soyang. That's how it just like Hemale Soyang se boni dige. So they were start yasno. The TikTok na I just like started Soyang se start beja, and then no some chin. I didn't like think much, and then yeah, I never asked no.
And if I'm not wrong, that's the same case with you as well, Jay. You have a Korean name.
Yeah, so Jay is actually just a nickname, and my Korean name is Shin Jusop. So Jusub Shin. Just happened. I like an artist in Korea called Jay Park. I am a massive fan of Jay Park, a huge fan. So then I was like, Jusub is a little bit difficult for Australians. So I was like, you know what? I like Jay Park, so I'm going to call myself Jay. And it happened very randomly. So I'm known as Jay.
If I'm not wrong, you were like born and brought up in Australia, and then you did your schooling here as well. Is Jay also the name that you used to go by when you were in school?
No. So when I was in school, everyone used to call me Jusub. And then, it's a long story, but basically what happened is I moved from Sydney, and as I moved from Sydney, there was a reason why I left. It's on my TikTok, the reason I left. But as I left Sydney, I decided I need a different name. And so my nickname from then onwards became Jay from then. Yeah.
And speaking of like being born and brought up in a particular place, Soyang, where are you from?
I am from Thimphu. The Thimphu di Veganale, north. Yeah, but born raised Seru. Been living Chanka, so Chanka the whole time, but Thimphu le. Yeah.
Oh, schooling got to be.
Pipile class 8 in Chanka, and then Motithang, and then Motithang class 12 and then Bangkok the college, Unipate college, and then Nalu masters. Yeah. ECU.
Yeah. Oh, you actually have a bachelor's and a master's in HR.
Yes. Right? Yes.
Has that helped you navigate like challenges at all, like from what you have learned in the classroom and how you deal with like conflicts in real life? Has that like helped you in any way?
I didn't really think much and mashi because the more tender lawajin where you study peshtans, but you're like too intense more peshtani imbese, but real life no how you use it. Namsamichi, I don't know, but just the like take up to navigate some situations that rangi second nature with him, but not necessarily. Oh, I studied this, so I'm using this here. So mashi, yeah.
Now, this question goes to both of you. do you remember which particular video shot you into virality? Because even though Jay, you're not like a full-time content creator, but you're also you have a pretty decent following on TikTok. So do you remember like which particular video shot you into like virality?
I'll start. For me, it was probably when I started talking about Bhutan and the king's visit, the royal audience. That shocked me because I was always pretty active on TikTok, here and there, but it was a casual thing at the time. And then I decided to talk about when the king came down for a royal visit. That video just blew up, and ever since then, my followers have just been basically all Bhutanese people. So, and obviously with Soyang's TikTok doing really well as well, just kind of feed off each other. So, but the viral video was, that was the first one. Actually, to be really honest, the first viral video ever on TikTok was back in 2020. So back in 2020, what actually happened was Soyang was pregnant, and we went to a medical radiology to get a baby scan. And what happened at this clinic was we were racially abused. And so we were getting racially attacked by an Australian lady. And what happened was Soyang decided to record it. So I was having a little argument with a lady that was trying to be racist on us. And the fact that I could speak English, the fact that I have a very, very thick Australian accent, I think she got taken aback. So, but long story short is we recorded it and posted it on TikTok because I was a bit frustrated at the situation. I wanted to help people understand that this is not on. And I was brought up in Australia, so I understand, like, this happened to me my whole life. But enough was enough, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to upload this just to spread awareness that this is not right. And basically uploaded it, and that video overnight just went astronomical. Like, it just went through the roof. And I think there was about, over 350,000 views. So
in one night.
So in one night, yeah. So I guess that was probably the first viral video. And back then we were very active on TikTok as well. Yeah. Ended up deleting that account. But yeah, that was the first
But
one.
I took that video not to like, my TikTok not to remember, just because I wanted to show him like, like things like this happens, like just for later, because like when he was talking, I didn't want to like tengo, just wanted to like, like we didn't have any intentions. Like, TikTok not to we didn't have any intentions, right?
Not at the time, but then later.
Yeah, later we.
I think when it comes to racial discrimination in Australia, now I think it's the norm to like record people when something like this happens, whether it's for your own record, if this like escalates.
It's
But
also a safety thing as well, because it's not, these days your phone is also like, it's a piece, you can record memories with your phone, etc. But it's also a safety thing. When you get in a verbal altercation, you want to have some evidence of, what if it does turn into a physical altercation? So everything is okay to, just protect yourself in a different way. We didn't think that at the time. It was more just, she was probably just wanted to laugh at me or something, record me and laugh at me. But yeah, no, it's, it's basically. What was your first video, babe? The viral video?
Just trying to think. I think I would have said that was the first one, but initially I recorded Jason. So Jason's my son, Jason. So I gave him like an vitamin gummies, jellies. And he'll say like, thank you, Garinchela, like Jugela, he says that. Then I found it so cute, and I just recorded because like I wanted to show him, and I just did that, and then that was so cute, so I just uploaded, and that kind of like it took off. So the video that actually went viral, I think, is the one that I talked about him and I ngachingi tabdelu especially tabdalu because nga chingi shar dubmendi mo da Korean be nga dubbe bodalu when we have like little arguments here and there. Nga no sam jongkhana tanggo be dengan mother tongue tibetan no tanggo be translate be go in my mind. Der khana le jongkhana le be labon mitu be English na labo be English na lab dalu nga hindo mi zumbe nga tip zami anger level din English le thema su be dalu nga ante nga message te pakan be matsu zoom feel baby. Then I found it like so funny. Ja, mi soste so gade bedonga mo ngadi ngai map dub mendi azun feel be mes no be ngai gai re tsuise. Tamadi that video like I think Ashley like went kind of viral. And
I didn't even know what the video was about. I had no idea because sometimes when she speaks Tsonga or Tibetan, she adds a little bit of English words here and there. So then I'll catch it. But these few videos she did in the beginning, she wouldn't use any English words. So I was like, oh, how do I understand her now? So I started going into the comment section, reading the comments. So she's saying she's talking about us fighting? I catch on in that kind of way. So I had to really try, to
because you guys have been like together for so long, Jay, are there any context clues? Because right now in this particular case, the comments helped you like pick up on what this particular video was about or what she was talking about.
Yeah.
Like when that medium is removed, when it's just the two of you at home with your kids, is there any context clues that helps you understand like what she could possibly be talking about, or if she's like mad, or in that case?
I think I've learnt to read her body language a little bit more. So, as time goes, the longer you're together with somebody, you just learn, even the flick of her hair, I kind of understand, is she angry? Oh, okay, maybe I should do this or maybe I should do that. So now it's not always a verbal thing. Now it's just we look at each other, or even if she doesn't look at me, it's just a feeling. And I think we read each other's energies really well.
Speaking of like reading each other's energies, how has parenthood like changed the both of you, or has there been like no change at all?
Ooh, how has that changed us?
Changed, of course, in so many ways.
So many ways.
I think personal level, Nadi, I think definitely become a better person more after becoming a parent, right? Like you definitely become different, like in a better way, in a good way. And other than
Karma.
that, your lifestyle, like in general, it's on the other side. Hema, before we used to be like go out every now and then more. Like you have that party life or hang out. But I think that's changed. But
Yeah, you're right. And I think also we learned to appreciate, now. I think that's what we've learned. We appreciate the moment. I've always been, thinking of the future a lot. But with the kids, you have to think about the future. But it's more enjoying the present moment and just opening up, I guess. And yeah, opening your eyes to see that, hey, there's a baby there, and like appreciating it.
Yeah. I think I remember seeing one of Jay's videos where he says if there's anybody who deserves a break, or if anybody, then that has to be you, because you have like young kids at home, and then like a couple of businesses that are like actively need your attention like on a daily basis. How do you have you found a way to like make sure that you are bringing your 100% in each one of these aspects of your life?
Good question. I think for me, I do multitask quite a bit. To say that I'm putting 100% is probably a lie, because there's always room for improvement. No one is perfect, but I would do my best in absolutely every single venture that I have going on. And in regards to spending time, I've got multiple businesses that I run, like I said. However, you know, when it comes to spending time with family as well, I might not be the best father, but I always try to put in my 100% or my best foot forward to be the best I can and be present in the moment when I'm there. But that's what I do with everything in my life. So whether that's business or family, I will do my absolute best. But is it 100%? Probably not, because I could always do better. Yeah. Yeah.
Speaking of family and then bringing 100%, this just like a quick recap or just something that I wanted to ask earlier but I forgot. Oh, so when did you move to Australia? Because if I'm not wrong, you're working at NPPF, and how did that decision come about?
So I finished studying bachelor's Tshoki, and then Lhaki I worked in NPPF for 3 years as HR, and after that, because after like 3-4 years, you want to go do your master's course because you want to like upgrade more eventually. So I'm semi career oriented and oh, I'm gonna go study masters low you know that career ladder and solely for that I came here. Nga pesta ve log juni se anjam sti ngai ajim dus nadi already ro pesta then labeni na he anzumbe but ngai no sometimes mata nga na he I want to stay here anzumbe se I didn't really think about it.
And then I ruined her opportunity.
Not ruined. And 2019 na hichimo 19 na he pesta tha 1920 pesta tha pesta macho chinalu I met him. And then since then
the rest has been history.
Yeah. And then I'm here after 5 years with 3 kids with this man.
So this was like 5 years ago when you guys met. 5 years ago?
Yeah, I think
Roughly
it was 5.
5,
Yeah, roughly 5.
I'm pretty sure you guys have already spoken about it, but just for like the sake of the conversation, how did you guys meet?
How did we meet? So it was in a bar in Northbridge, one of the big party areas, but it wasn't a weekend. So it was it was right after.
Was it a weekday?
It was a weekday, yeah.
Oh.
And it was right after COVID, I'm pretty sure. But Northbridge in general was pretty dead, and the bar wasn't many people in there or anything. And basically met at a bar. Should we get into detail, or should we? Yeah, basically met there, and then things just kicked off from there, and yeah.
For details, I have a video on TikTok.
But basically, like, we didn't talk for, like, I met this beautiful girl at a bar. I was obviously head over heels. And we didn't talk for about 2 weeks. We didn't even talk. It was just more like a friend kind of situation. No, not even flirting. No flirting involved, just nothing. We just, hi, how are you? And this and that. And then 2 weeks later, we decided to at least have a dinner. And basically from then on, that's when it actually really started to kick off. So,
especially when things are so new, there's like lots of excitement and anticipation. I constantly like stumble over that particular word for some reason. Is there any like this might I'm pretty sure you guys have thought about it at some point. Also, like, is there like one quality of Jay that like that made you want to like pursue it? Or the same question to Jay as well, like a particular quality in each other that made you want to like even things really worked out for the better because now you're together, you have a family, but then usually people don't start off with that particular idea. You just like try to see if it would work or not. But then for that to happen, there has to be a spark and there has to be a certain quality
Absolutely.
that you really like. So if you guys could tell me.
I'm trying to think.
for me, I think it was, it's like a if you know situation. Like you mentioned just then, sparks, chemistry. It all plays a factor. It's all one package. And no one knows but the two people that are in it. And you don't go into a relationship thinking, I'm going to have children with this person straight away. Or I'm going to marry this person straight away. But everything was very quick with us. I think I proposed within 9 months.
Wow.
9?
6.
No. Well, we met June, right? May, June, July, August, September, October. 4 months.
There you go. So full on.
That's so sweet.
But like I said, it's like if you know your situation, in my opinion. And I just knew that I felt inside that Soyang will be the one for me. I just knew, for me
Yeah, I
anyway,
think
personally.
Me too. Like, I'm really trying to think how I actually felt, and that one thing, what's that one thing? So, I think it's like that feeling, like, like, if you know, any certain feeling, like, I think he explained it very well. Knowing idea. Like, you just kind of know. Yeah.
Was there like a big proposal, or was it just like
Oh, talk about that. You
consensual?
never talked
Because
about it.
Jay, I'm not sure if Soyang has told you, in Bhutanese culture, we usually don't have a
Yeah.
big proposal. So people just live together for a really long time.
Yeah, I told you.
And then everybody just thinks that
Like
they
you're
are
married.
together. Yeah,
Or
and
you're
then
like couple.
they're married. We are in Bhutanese culture now, because our parents are young, they have had the education. They now understand the idea of like bringing somebody home, and then they understand that this may or may not work out. We are just bringing them home so that they get to know this person. But like before, it would be like, if you brought somebody home, now this person is going to be your
husband or the
husband
wife.
or your wife.
The traditional way,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, let's hear it.
Talk about it.
Basically, I planned it out. I knew, like,
The initial plan.
Okay,
Crazy plan today. What the?
So I planned everything out. I knew she's the one for me, like I mentioned before. So I knew I was going to propose, bought the ring, and I had the craziest idea. I had the absolute crazy idea. But this is me. I am all out guy. When I say I'll do something, I always do it. But at the same time, it's extravagant. It's not extravagant. What's that word? It's just I guess I'm not normal.
He
I'm
just
a bit,
wanted to do his
I'm a bit
best.
extra. I'm a little bit extra. I'm not the normal. I think I'm a little bit extra.
Normal average.
Yeah.
You have a flair for the theatrics. Is that
Maybe, but at the same, I just like to do everything my best, like I was saying earlier. But anyway, what happened was I was imagining all these things, this scenario, that scenario. What does she like? How should I do it? And basically, the first idea was hire a helicopter. So I was going to hire a helicopter and take her on a spin around Perth. And it's not too expensive. It's a good experience. And I thought, oh yeah, that'll be fun. And the plan was to land at Crown Casino. Crown Towers, to be exact. And what I was going to do was I was going to invite everyone we know, my side, her side. And on top of that, I was going to hire dancers. So I was going to hire a group of dancers to do a flash mob. And then while we get off the, what do you call it? Helicopter.
Yeah.
We'll, basically I'll propose. Flash mob starts and I'll propose. And then I thought about it and I go, Jay, this is stupid in my own head. I'm just like, no, why don't we do something a little bit more meaningful?
Yeah.
So the actual proposal, what happened was I scratched the first idea out and I just thought and said, what is Soyang like? And she told me a long time ago that she just wants to go hiking because she misses hiking, she misses home. And so I go, oh, okay. Well, there is a beautiful place in Perth called Lesmurdy Falls, and it's a beautiful waterfall. To me, it's the most beautiful thing ever.
Have you been there?
Yeah, but to Bhutanese
I
people, I know it's not very like you got so many beautiful mountains and waterfalls over in Bhutan, so it's probably nothing. But to me, I thought it was a beautiful place, good opportunity to take Soyang for a walk. Good excuse as well to go hiking like she wanted to go. So basically hired a photographer and a videographer and someone that uses a drone and this and that to take candid visuals of us going on a hike and candid photos of us when we reached the bottom of the waterfall, because the plan was to propose to at the bottom of the waterfall. So we did our hike, got to the bottom of the waterfall. My cameraman was obviously pretending to just take photos of the waterfall.
Like acting like some
Yeah.
hacker after did the Zumba.
And basically, I just got on my knees at the waterfall. I think she must have thought I was joking. Anyway, but basically just proposed there, and I said a whole speech, and apparently she doesn't even remember anything I said. I basically just said, hi, Sonam Yangchen. I said her full name, and I said what I wanted to say.
That 거기 Sonam Yangchen. That was like, why Sonam Yangchen? Like he never like 거기 touching on the Sonam Yangchen. 뭐뭐 this. I was like, Sonam. But then it happens in like few minutes, and you don't even get to like what is happening.
Especially when you're like nervous or excited. You're
and the
waterfall.
a little bit. And in the waterfall, you're like, "Oy, guys, baby, na so isa kung saka didi yuchigal didi ya, yes, no didi." I was like, "Oh my god!" But anime guys longer because it's not like a normal thing. No. All of a sudden there's someone who loves you on his knees, like it felt so good, like same. Nana let a different feel be, and then it was such a good feeling.
Were you expecting a proposal?
No. No.
At some point, maybe not.
No, but then that happened like really quick. 4 months into our relationship, then we were just like doing our normal boyfriend girlfriend thing, and we knew that we were like we are in this relationship and we're serious about it. So no, but he would take it to the next level that quick. So and then that was a pleasant surprise.
Tshoki, you said that you ajumpom nayo.
Yeah.
No. So
back home.
how did they react to you like marrying somebody who's not from Bhutan? I don't think it's a lot of
parents,
because Bhutanese people are usually not very that big on like marrying in your culture. But I'm pretty sure it wasn't a big deal. But
now I think that they do, but Pema I think not a lot, and Zumbe couples. And regarding that, he already talked to my mom and dad before he proposed to me. So I want to marry your daughter, and and I didn't even know. And family they're like, oh yeah, happy for you, congratulations. And then I was like, they video call base. I was like, oh, okay. So everyone knew except for me. I was like, okay, the see reaction there. They were like excited because I think first in the family to marry someone more who's not Bhutanese. I think they were excited as well, happy for me. Yeah. It was good.
I think at some point you said that you were there during HM's visit in like Perth, HBF Park.
Yes.
Yeah. Have you gotten an opportunity to go visit Bhutan yet?
Not as of yet. Not as of yet. And so, I'll be honest, it is because we have 3 children. It's not the right time yet, and it's so, financially, mentally, emotionally. I don't physically. It's just not yet. But do we want to go to Bhutan? It's my dream. I would love to visit Soyang's home. Bhutan, and just see where she was grown up, and just experience everything I've heard from thousands of Bhutanese people by now. So I really want to, but just not the right time. Yeah.
And you said that earlier. I want to like interject, but then you said how the waterfall and everything, it was really beautiful. I'm sure it's beautiful. No, I haven't been there to answer your question, Dato. But then if you're somebody who loves sightseeing and hiking, Bhutan is definitely the place for you. Because I have some friends here, and then they keep telling me, you have to go to Denmark. You have to go to Albany.
Oh, okay, Denmark. Okay.
Yeah, and then I'm like, okay, that sounds nice. I probably will. But then my parents used to travel a lot in the country and outside when I was growing up. So I had the opportunity to like go to different parts of the country growing up. So and I keep telling them, what is Australia going to show me that I probably haven't seen back home? A place that has like that's like that like makes so much money based off of like ecotourism.
Yeah.
And then tourism. So I just like remembered.
I think it's hard to compare it in that way, isn't it? So because Bhutan is, from what I've heard and what I've seen and researched, it's such a beautiful place, mountainous country. So I think for a quick getaway, in Perth, okay, yeah, we can go down, but it's probably incomparable to your home. So, but yeah.
And then I just have to say, Jay, I have seen some of your videos, and I now see how you talk about Bhutan, how you talk about, wanting to visit where Soyang grew up, and the place that made her who she is. As a fellow Bhutanese, it honestly really, it's always very touching to see people have the kind of appreciation that we have from, we have for where we come from. Speaking of culture, how has it been raising kids from like a Bhutanese and a Korean? So much culture in both of these backgrounds, right?
Oh, it's so fun. It's so fun. Like, let me tell you a story about my kids. So my firstborn Aria, she can speak 4 languages already. She understands everything. So she speaks Korean to me, she speaks Tibetan to Soyang, and she speaks, like, when friends and family come over, she speaks Zonka. So
Well, she tries to.
She tries
A little
to,
bit
yeah.
here and there words.
And obviously English. And she knows who to speak Tibetan to and who to speak
Yeah.
Korean to. And this is what surprises me the most. So she's very switched on. She's only 3.5 years old. So that it's just so fun, because when she speaks Tibetan, I've got no idea what my baby's talking about. And then when however, when she speaks Korean, I understand. Soyang also understands, because she actually can speak Korean. She just chooses not to use it. So, but it's very fun, and there's no difference
Yeah.
in the cultures. Like, as in, if I was to elaborate on that, the Bhutanese culture and the Korean culture, the traditional culture, it is actually very similar.
Yeah.
Very, very similar. And especially in my household. And that's because I was raised by my grandparents. My grandparents were Buddhist, and converted to Christian later, like only a few years ago. However, they were brought up in a Buddhist family and lived the Buddhist life until anyway, for a long time. So all of the things that my grandma has taught me in my life, and all the sayings, all the traditional sayings, is what a lot of Bhutanese people talk about. And it's a lot of the times, like, for example, what Soyang's mum and Soyang's dad talks about to us, all of those sayings that they teach us is how I was brought up in my family. So it's like it really relates. So I think we were brought up in a very similar upbringing. And so again, if we go back to what I was saying about if you know when your partner is the right one for you, I think it's because everything connected. So so I just wanted to bring up the fact that Korean and Bhutanese, I don't feel that there's that much cultural difference. I think it's, we both have a respecting your older kind of culture.
Yeah, all those. It's there in Korean culture, it's there in Bhutanese culture more. So it's just, we don't really face like difficulties. Like, I think it's easy. You have to like respect. You have to do this and that. Like, it's not kogi hole so chinga yi hole so chibe. We don't have to do that. But it's I think it's like easy. No difficulties, nothing. Yeah.
Also, I wanted to ask you about how did the decision to be a full-time stay-at-home mom and wife, because you're like very highly educated. So how did that decision come about? How did you guys decide this is the way forward? Let's do this. Let's see if this works or not. How did that work?
Yeah, I like any other women, any other Bechatabe labeni, that mentality ki boom. I also wanted to study. I studied labi. I wanted to work, and then slowly the career ladder, the shlab memo, climb up that. That was my mentality. But it's like after I met him and I felt that any security, and I know that, oh yeah, I have someone who can protect me, who can provide. And after you have that kind of any secured feeling, then you're like, okay, even if I stay home as a housewife, as a stay-at-home mom, I'm okay. Same, and like I have that. It's okay. So, and feeling chomeba, that not that I also have to go and work. I'm not saying chika working moms,
Yeah,
nothing on them. Like good on them if they can do that more. But if it was me, chika labio jo, chino aluta, I can't. I think na ibe misuni anzumbe. And that though now that I'm able to be a stay-at-home mom and be able to do that, I think it's on. I think mostly I think it's like because of him. Sonam, I got that more. It's okay. So, babe, I think I was able to do it. And then, yeah, it's...
The security to fully flourish in your role as caregiver, like to both your husband and your kids.
Yeah, then also for me, okay, my role in this family is to nurture the kids, take care of the family. It's a basic needs, but which is also not very easy to if you're staying home 24 hours 7 days whole year, it's not very easy, but I'm very happy, and I think
She has the toughest job.
but I love it, and I'm very, how do I say it, like I think I'm grateful and blessed that I can do it, and then I'm very happy, like I'm enjoying it.
And you've also recently made the switch to be a full-time content creator as well. And
so the TikTok nanga videos, I was doing like family related videos, and like I liked skincare Himalaya, so I was doing a little bit of skincare here and there and zumbedi. And then after a while I was like, you know what, maybe because people actually like my skincare stuffs also, and also keep still at the alugi videos, my family videos, keep that going as well. And then I knew, why not actually take it like seriously and actually try a full-time content creator. So didi lami tsube, but try content creation. So no. And then it's been like a month, I would say now, and it's been well. Yeah. Every other day I get like exciting emails and I get I basically do like product reviews. More they send me like products to try. If I like it, if I want to share, I can share. And some say, so they send you products and stuff. And then it's been
She's
great.
doing amazing.
yeah,
It's absolutely amazing.
So nice to see that. And then I feel like if you were to go into full-time content creation, it's also something that you can do while like,
staying at
home and then doing what you like love doing in like every definition of the word, you know.
So that's what I said, that you hemalab do zumbe. If I was a working mom, before I get there, working moms I have huge respect. I mean, they can work, they can come home, I'll take care of it. And if I was working, I'll do your responsibilities, family. On top of that, I like doing skincare stuff, and if I'm doing content creation and that, life. But I'm so blessed. Like I have this timing and this the stay-at-home mom and the content creator opportunity. And then it just worked out well.
In your opinion, why do you think TikTokers love you? Why do you think TikTokers love you so
I
much?
think TikTokers don't love me, they love my kids. They love Arya, Jason and Yulia.
No. I think you are very good at what you do. I think she just has the gift, and I think she's a natural. I think she's an absolute natural.
I think people just like, because I upload like, honestly, like very relatable routines, relatable moments, I would say, as a stay-at-home mom or as a parent. And even there's so many people who can relate to it, and so many moms like I'm following it's age group ki, and boom, female. So I feel like like they can relate to it more. So I think that's why maybe. Yeah.
And you also have a YouTube account now.
You want to talk about it?
So our YouTube channel right here, it's called the Shin Fam, and very, very good memories. Like we first started it as just to document our family as a whole and watch it ourselves. But as we started doing it, it became a little bit more serious, and we started to learn how to edit videos and things like that. So I do all the editing. I take care of that side.
Man behind our YouTube.
So he's director, and I'd say I'm
The producer, the editor, the cameraman.
Yeah, no, but it's so fun. It's so fun. We're documenting everything.
We're trying to be consistent.
Yeah, but that's so difficult as well. Like, because, you know, we're doing she's got her content creating going on, and the three, you know, nurturing 3 children.
Yeah.
I'm doing things for work and business and whatnot. So the content creating is supposed to happen. I mean, the YouTube is supposed to happen once
Every
a week. But not at the moment.
We're trying.
Trying our best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The YouTube. And speaking of YouTube and one of the many ventures that Jay, you are now like the man behind. If I'm not wrong, Jay, you also have like lots of business ventures going on.
I do,
especially
yeah.
the K Town
Yeah.
restaurant that
Yeah.
you have. How did it start, and how long has it been?
So K-Town started October 17th of 2017. First day open. And it started as... K-Town started as a mandu house.
Dumplings.
I can't believe I couldn't think of the word. So we used to sell dumplings, Korean dumplings only. And basically didn't do too well. 6 months in, we were about to close. We were about to go broke. So that's when I changed everything up into a Korean barbecue. And ever since changing to a Korean barbecue, it's been doing a little bit better than what it was. So, but basically what started that was before we started K-Town. So I opened K-Town with my mum together, and we run the place together. But before that, what happened was I ran a food truck. So I used to run a food truck for 5 years before K-Town, selling Korean food as well. And basically, I realized how fun the hospitality scene was, how good, you know, it is to see people eat our food and enjoy it. I've always been into business. I've always been business minded. So I guess in general, it's just, that's where everything started, I guess. Yeah.
Speaking of K Town, what other business ventures do you also have going on?
Yep. So right now I'm importing steel, or trying to import steel into Australia for steel fabricators. So it's still a very beginner stage of that business. But we started that because one of my business partners, his father used to run a steel fabrication company, and basically. It was just a side venture that I thought I'd do, and but if that takes off, I'm thinking hopefully I can move into the industrial scene rather than stay in the hospitality, because hospitality is taking a lot of time away from family, because I do want to start moving into a 9 to 5 kind of role, as in maybe not, but working for myself, but 9 to 5. Then I also run a cleaning company, commercial cleaning, that I manage as well. It's a very small company as well. All my businesses are all very, very small businesses. And I used to have a car hire company. I had 8 vehicles, but the problem with this business was, there was a lot of problems with the vehicles. So I basically got rid of that one. But there's been a lot of ventures that I've been doing, but right now, it's just those at the moment, and little side hustles here and there. Speaking of side hustles, you want to talk about our side hustle?
Yeah. So this is what we've been working on, and we're quite excited about it, because the first thing that we are doing together, this is the brand that we're gonna clothing brand that we're gonna launch soon. So we thought, I think Nalu there is a good opportunity to wear it today. So I think we're gonna start a clothing line soon.
Is it 4550?
4558.
Oh, 4558.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, 58 is atomic, but it is 4558. Yeah, clothing line.
Luxury
soon.
streetwear, and it's going to represent Bhutan
Okay.
And
Yeah.
yeah, just something different. Just we wanted to. We're busy enough as it is, to be honest. But we wanted to try something together,
Yeah.
and just like I said, like I always say to everybody, and I like to remind myself as well that no one is too busy to do more.
Yes.
You are capable. Everybody is capable to do a little bit more. It is like a lot of elders, they will say to me, but you should focus on one thing at a time, master it, then move on. And I do agree to a certain extent, but again, when I say side hustle, it's a side hustle. So we still have the time to manage everything. It's just putting in that little bit of extra work, sleeping 1 hour less, watching 1 hour less of Netflix a day, and just trying to improve ourself. Because when something goes well in our life, like a side hustle, for example, then we grow confident, we learn, and every day it's all about learning, right? So, yeah.
Yeah.
But
So
4558.
Does that number hold any significance?
Yeah,
It's
actually,
important number to us.
I didn't know what it meant until Soyang told me. But what does it mean, babe?
So 4558D, it's his name and my name combined together in numbers. So 58D, it's Sonam Jin. Then 45D, Jusapshin.
Oh.
So yeah, 4558.
Okay. That's like a lot of thought has gone into it. And something that I'm a huge believer of is that when a lot of love, a lot of thought, a lot of effort goes into something, and if it's like consistent, I've always seen a brand or a business, anything like that, like do really well in the long
Oh,
run.
absolutely.
Yeah.
But it's also timing as well, isn't it? So it's someone might be more skilled than the other, but if the timing wasn't right, then the business might not go well. So, but it doesn't have to do with like if someone does well doesn't mean, and someone doesn't. If someone doesn't do well, it doesn't mean you are lacking anything. It's got to do with timing and fate. So, but yeah, we're always hoping for the best.
And also, how we actually came up with this combination. Once ngachi live joiba, we were talking about because we were like, ay ngachi clothing line just start bigon nui, but something that we want is 4558 gig combination. So we were just talking with a lifetime with the solo. So and then
Oh, live TikTok, right? Yeah.
And then like couple of them, they were like 4558, like this combination. We also ngachi DVD tape but anyway, jaiga mi jaiga ya gadi thome ngachi mi shame mo. And then someone kongi lab the imbe rogi do the just thome. Then we get that gachi atichi imbe slab. Then I think that's kind of like how we also decided. So thank you to all the whoever said and commented this. And yeah, we thought this was a good combination, letters and numbers.
That's amazing. I'm like actually so happy for you guys. I feel
Thank you.
like
Thank you.
I'm really really rooting for you. I hope that all of these brands, they go on to like achieve bigger things in this particular field that it is in. Speaking of like the branding that you guys are like building for yourself, like whether it's in the field of content creation, whether it's in like the infrastructure industry in a couple of years, a lot of the videos that goes out. A lot of the videos that goes out. Also, you create that, and then you like you usually put a lot of thought and heart into it, right? Do you guys ever? Has there ever been a discussion about what kind of content, especially regarding the kids, and when all of you are in there, what kind of content to like send out and what to keep private? How does that kind of a discussion happen between the two of you?
Obviously, it's a sensitive topic because there's kids involved. But how I vision this is, I just think of it in a positive light, the whole kid situation, because some parents won't be comfortable with their kids online at all. But I think it's a positive I think of it in a positive way, as in if they go to school, they're going to be recognized, they're going to talk to them, people will socialize, as in the other kids will socialize with my kids and go, I saw you on TV, I saw you on this. And I try to think of it in a positive light. And yeah, that's for me. But if we do have to say, we do talk about certain topics. Yeah, I guess just before we go to sleep, we have a chat and say, oh, this is good, this is not good.
Yeah, I think we honestly, Ngachingi, we didn't really have like sit down and talk about
No.
what to and what not to. So really, we don't do it because
It's pretty natural.
what we put out there is like Ngachingi everyday life key moments and like normal routines to see. So we don't really put much thinking into it. Yeah, obviously we do, but not like what I should or what I shouldn't.
Yeah,
So
not
it's not me. But I think Ngaigi TikTok now because I have like a lot of kids related videos. So I try to be careful, but also Ngaigi nalu mom, it's like I said, normal aluto zoda what we do or alutem zoda what we do. Anzumgi chamchi bendigi I haven't really like anzumen samichi seriously really hopefully nothing happens in the future later more problems with him
Yeah, I think the intent also matters, right? You guys just want to like I think everything that you have like talked about very positive. You want the best for your kids, and then you want to like want that to manifest in like good things around
Good
them.
energy.
Yeah, good energy around them. Gee, I remember seeing a video a couple of months ago. I'm not sure of the timeline, but it was you showing K-Town and then people there, and then I think it was also your mom saying that in Korean, like, don't say that there is no people there. People will think we have none, right? How, what does your mom and your family think about all this online presence or online attention that you guys have gotten from TikTok and from YouTube and everything?
They just they support
They love
everything. Yeah, they just they support what we do. We have our own life, and they just say, just don't put me on it ever again. But everything else, yeah, my side of the family just think it's pretty cool and pretty fun.
Yeah, mine too. Honestly, Hema, when my mom first time nalu, she came when I gave birth to Jason. I already time na the COVID given my heba. So Jason get under my mom now. I think first time now and took care of Jason, helping me. Anytime that we love this, she told me she's like, "Say, chichin ani bara dip me aluchika in mon YouTube na stong ba te and YouTube family YouTube stong ba." So she's like, "Say, chichin ani bara dip me off a camera phone off a job record baby channel YouTube zoom me and zoom slan yes it that's like say mami nga and zoom be mo time na mi nga jay nga nam video upload bin nam edit bin nga that's dramatic and zoom jis nga yung and be reaction. Then mo gi men si chera try be me say like love the ba. That's like, okay, it's not something I didn't think much. But before that, he used to like tell me, oh, you should stay at home mom things, you should do it and something. Then Anale no sometimes kind of like started and yeah. What was the question? Sorry. Question Jason.
I do that as well.
Yeah, what was the question?
Like family Dusugi, what do you think about your online presence?
My mom, she was the one. So, and then supportive days. She kind of gave me the idea to do it. So, like, start and you get more. You should do it, kind of game. Or you start be. I was like, okay, why not? Then after I did it, they were like, oh, see, I told you it's so good. Like, legend did it. She said, like, they up the they say, say TikTok na video. I need to do more. Like, why not? Same kanga na lumota. Once to Javi and every record bed to the Jamava. After that, they say, "Me kaita do ela up the Ada." Say, "Achunuchu, I like you get that." And he said, "No, but." Yeah, Kongi reaction did like supportive, encouraging. I know shout out to my no moving a video to like, comment, share, comment. I'm moving say first time comment to the supportive. I'm some supportive, yeah.
Has there ever been an instance where people have like approached you guys in public saying that they really like your content online or something like that?
Well, because I'm always at K-Town. Always at K-Town, and we have a few customers from Bhutan that come, well, here and there, Bhutanese customers that come, and when they come, the first thing they say to me is, "Oh, I'm such a big fan of your wife." Oh, I love, and then they don't talk about my TikTok. It's usually always Soyang's TikTok, because Soyang's doing something like that girls really enjoy watching, like all the makeup or the what do you call it, the skincare. So I think it's educational that people are learning how to use products, and I think the girls sincerely every single time they say, they bring up Soyang, but they have seen one video of mine. They will say, "Oh, I saw your video when you're saying kususampo."
Oh, yeah, I remember that video.
And then because they said that, when they go, I'll say, "Karinchela." And then, but yeah, no, people do recognize who we are. I think it's changed a little bit. But when I'm by myself, Soyoung's everyone just talks about Soyoung. So.
No, really.
And have the kids ever brought up being recognized by other people in daycare or in school?
Taken a met once. We were at Carousel, so my shopping center Carousel. Then we were done and we were leaving. So I never towards the car. I never checked him with Joe. The Lumaju hema, checked him. What's hema? Similar age to do bumchi. Why, Jason? Hi, Lucy. Young at the guy now, so we take touch and the she chicken dupe messy. The hi, slap bit Jason. What's up with David? But that was like, I like such an mega longer. Me all of a sudden, Momashimichi, hi, I look to you too. I boo, boom, the same guy meant the more. Anytime doesn't feel be same way like there's someone watching and then kongi alulu ga and then below la beon. You like it? Like any not because any attention is member. I kongi alulu ga below la beon. The answer incidents happen be few times, yeah.
I remember this particular video of you of Soyang where you talked about how sometimes when you have to like discipline the kids, then you feel a little bit bad after because you realize that they're just kids, they don't know any better. How do you guys handle, like, especially right now the world is in a very tricky place, very content heavy, so many things going wrong in so many like different ways, but then there's also like good things happening around us, right? How do you guys handle like disciplining kids and then like having talks that need to happen, especially when they are at that age where they're like so susceptible to like any kind of negative or positive things happening around them?
Soyoung is so good with kids. The best, the absolute best. So, gentle parenting is Soyoung's motto. So, literally, no, but I have not seen anybody like Soyoung. Nobody is like Soyoung. So, the way she handles 3 kids that are crying, one after another, all together, for me, I would probably react. But before I react, Soyoung controls the situation, usually, most of the time. So, and it's not raising her voice. This is what I learned from Soyoung, because I'm a pretty extroverted type of person where I voice my opinion in everything I want to, and I always do. But I learned something from Soyoung. She learned to control. I learned how to control my energy at times, and the way she exerts herself to children, especially our children, she's just calm, collected, but you feel the energy still, and the kids just listen to her. But there are times, obviously, we are human beings, so there are times where, referring to your video, you want to explain it, because she has to be a bit, or she gets frustrated, and the one that gets like, I guess she feels guilty when she is not that calm, collected. Version.
I think mom guilt ani chiomeva. You obviously alulu, you want to do better, you want them to do better, more teach the best things. But terkap di lab dingim tu ben demo lab dingim to thoda tangop theme. And then baby the guilty they feel bemo ay alu 2-year-old 3-year-old gachi hagong ngachi mi bom gelo la betenjin be the mishemo, they don't get it.
But you're good, babe. 90% of the time she's calm and collected, and gentle parenting 90%. But obviously, yeah. But you're good.
But yeah, I do feel like guilty after. I do feel guilty about it, and yeah, we try to gentle parent. Let's see how that goes. We're trying, yeah. It's not easy, but not difficult. I mean, I think you can do it. Zumba, they can't, yeah.
The oldest is 5. No, the oldest is
3. and a
She's
half.
still a baby.
3. Oh, okay.
3.5.
They're still in daycare. No school yet.
Daycare.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's so small.
3.5. Jason 2.5, and Yulia is 9 months.
In I'm not sure about Korean culture, but in Bhutanese culture, usually our names hold a lot of meanings and like lots of manifestations for the kids when they grow up. Do the like do the kids mean do the kids' names have like such meanings to their cultural background? How did you guys decide on the names?
Take the lead there. Yeah.
I think Arya Gidi. So first child took so much time. Koi tachidi ngachingi. Let's decide on the name. You think of and you come up with a list of names. I will come up with a list of names. And he had Arya and I had Arya, right? Why did you have Arya? Just because you liked the name or something, right? It was something like that.
No, your dad.
No. Why did you have Arya on your list? Do you remember why?
I don't know.
And it was quite genuine. So he had Arya. I think he said like he liked Arya say word di like name di, and ngayi Arya tau the jag lejumdu jashtu and also ngaji Arya taramo. And nostambe it's like a nice name to know be. I chose that. Then ngaji oh you have Arya, I have Arya too. So like, I think that's how we decided Arya for Arya, and for Jason. And the same day, they alumin kashana most nosta. Then I was like, okay, Jay, son, literally son. So Jason took up watching. It's Jason Sonobe. Then it's not Jason, Jayson. So Jay and son silabe. That's how we came up with Jason. And Yulia, Yulia. Time this last time me because Jay. The quick naming but the J mush. So J we had Jason, Arya but the third giddy J alu third mingashan nas the one that was also anime last towards like look in your rim the time not ya mingashan nas no sam the Jay. Okay, Jay but in Jason do Arya do why le jage silab decided be why le ming nam mindu se she mean what like there's not many like pretty cute names starting with Y, right? It was so difficult. And then one night I letter Y name syllable Google be. Then we finally found Yulia, and it means youthful. Hanzungi definition the youthful say yeah.
But actually, just to extend on that, our kids have Bhutanese names as well, and they're more the traditional meaning. They all have, each name has a traditional meaning to it, but I think it will get very long if we talk about that. So.
And full name Labachin, Arya Yitselma Shin, Jason Jamyang Shin, Yulia Yutso Shin. So middle name the Gara Ani Tongkami.
Oh, nice. I feel like that's so sweet to like incorporate both the cultures.
That's
and
right, yeah.
Do the kids have like Korean names as well? For like their
Shin.
Oh, just like
That's right.
I know a Chinese family, a Chinese Bhutanese family, and then the kids have like Christian names for in birth, but then they have like Chinese names, and then they also have like Bhutanese names, but then they don't use it on the daily. While on the topic of the kids, if I'm not wrong, earlier you mentioned that there was a very serious discussion about the kids' education and how best to go forward, because obviously as parents you want to do the best by them.
That's right, yeah.
So how did you guys finally decide on what to do next?
We decided to go to send them to a private school in Perth for now, but one day we want to actually be able to send them to a school in Bhutan, because we believe that basically in Bhutan they're going to learn the etiquette and learn the culture, the Bhutanese culture, and the way Soyang was brought up. I love how she is as a person, so I wanted to. Obviously, even if we're in Australia, they will still. It starts at home, so it will be okay.
Yes.
But basically, we sent. We just decided because of my businesses and so many other reasons, we decided send them to school here first. But it's not actually off the cards. We actually do want to one day take the whole family to Bhutan and actually live there, and send them to school. And college probably go external, you know, depending on how capable they are. But Bhutan is, you know, we do want to leave Australia one day, to live our dream as well. So, and that will be in Bhutan. So, yeah.
And also, and you also mentioned how you think when it comes to Jilam Namsha and things like that, you think it would be good for the kids to like go to a place like Bhutan and learn it firsthand, right?
Yeah, the Koilab Zumba, it starts at home, but Chinalu, how much can we do? Because both the parents are not always at home. O nga China yerura, nagi dangachi apade gi bedu zumba. Namsen bimso with time you change. The school na nalu, sorry, school na nalu, nagi school nalu do nothing any bad about it, but just the environment. The ngachi yeah the reason why we thought alu maybe it's good for them to like go to school in Bhutan. Sinomidi school na lo ngachi gadibe bomjui mo school na ngachi lo diglom namja gadibe te inji manners gadibe te inji lolap thang teacher lo lolap thang all the like little things ngai gi hole beostam only my opinion ngai beochin Bhutan na achi midaunga snomise kashwelo nalu di after certain any age like control bemisumi na ngai beochmo not so worried ngai gadibe beonga like how we would do as more parents. The yellow village at each very easier memongas no say much but we can like we can see about
We
that
had
later.
mixed reactions. So I actually
Yeah.
posted a video about this, as I mentioned to you before, and the comment section of what people were suggesting was basically divided in half. It was 50-50. Some people were saying Australia,
Bhutan.
some people were saying Bhutan, for school, like kids' education. But we didn't base our opinion on the comments. It was more, you know, but it was valuable to see what people's opinions were. But we made our own decision, and for now, because it's, you know, like I was saying, I got all these businesses going on. For now, we decided, send them to Perth for now. And I think the education system is great as well. Whether it's public or private in Australia, I think they're both just as good as each other. But we chose private. Why did we choose private over public? I think it was because the area we were in, we didn't want to send them to the public school
like
next
too
to
far away or like because most of the times the school that we chose is like literally like 2-3 minutes away.
Very close.
So it's like easier in that sense and also a good school, I think. And just overall, I think,
The kids are already so young, but do they do any kind of extracurriculars?
Like at home or
Like outside?
Not
like
yet.
not yet.
Not yet.
Oh.
Yeah.
But we've been wanting to send because Arya, she's so much into
Very
dancing,
talented.
singing. We
She
love, we enjoy.
sings. She listens to a song once, and she'll memorize the chorus just like
Not
that.
even joking, me. We like she will watch or listen to the music for like 2-3 times. Like to be honest, mama this song, mama Dzongkha song, and Bhutan song no. The Korean the Hangul songs lang mo they love the dance Beyonce. They same bit. Then like we're like, oh my god. I think we're thinking much more interested like singing, dancing now. Maybe she will go singing, dancing class. The Jason he's just like too young right now.
Dancing the gacharo, I'm pretty sure singing part she definitely got it from her Bhutanese side because Bhutanese people love karaoke.
And he loves singing too.
Oh.
I definitely agree with you. Bhutanese people absolutely love karaoke. And so I opened a bar in Northbridge. Sorry, I'm kind of going back, but I opened a bar in Northbridge in 2020 called That Oasis. And now I've actually moved on, and now there's a Bhutanese owner that runs Oasis right now. But unbelievable. I actually went there last night, after K-Town, and the amount of people inside just singing Bhutanese songs, because there's a karaoke inside that Oasis, and amazing. Like everyone is good singer, or maybe maybe
Love
maybe not. Well,
singing.
everyone loves singing.
Yes.
Everyone loves the whole vibe of karaoke, and yeah, I just realized, but like even with your brother-in-law, like when I go over to her
Me too.
sister's house, they just love putting
They have a
the karaoke machine
set.
on. So yeah, amazing. Yeah, I think Aria got it from the Bhutan side for sure.
Must say he loves singing too, so I think both.
One thing that you can always find in a Bhutanese person's house, whether it's here or
Cassette.
yeah, whether it's here or Bhutan, is
Ah.
one is definitely pictures of His Majesty
Ah, yeah.
Yes.
or the kings.
Yeah.
The second one is definitely this Bluetooth mic that you know that says the Bluetooth
Yeah,
device
yeah,
is
yeah,
connected.
yeah,
Yeah, they all have that, and I
Uh,
feel like at this point it's like it's a given that they have it.
Mm.
I don't know where, I don't know how it started, but Buddhist people love singing and karaoke. And then I personally think if you have a karaoke house here and then you market it in a way where you make it like very Bhutanese friendly,
yeah,
then I think you can make a person can make a lot of money off of something like that.
yeah. Well, they're doing very well right now. So they've got lines out the front. Oasis. So
Yeah.
good on them. Very good. They definitely did better than me. And I learned something from the Bhutanese community. Wow, you guys really help each other out.
Protect.
You know, they protect, help, support each other. And I just hope to God that continues. I really support the Bhutanese culture in every single aspect of life. And the reason I'm so patriotic, I don't have Bhutanese blood,
Yeah.
but I am so patriotic towards Bhutan. My children are Bhutanese. They're half Korean, half
Yeah.
Bhutanese. Well, but we were born in Australian, but blood is half Korean, half Bhutanese. So basically, I will do everything I can to protect the name of Bhutan. If because I do feel that patriotism towards it, because I want to protect my children as well now. So I might not be Bhutanese, but I will act and not shame it. Like I will do everything to support it. So
Yeah.
yeah, and it's a beautiful thing, I think.
Yes.
That's nice.
Thank you, babe.
When I told you guys how I like recently moved here, and then the topic of like doing my masters and everything, it was a rough time between Germany and Australia because I have family in like both of these countries.
Germany.
Yeah.
Mm.
And then at some point, I remember my mom saying that, you know what, if you have to go to Australia, you have to go to Perth because there's a very strong Bhutanese community there.
Yeah.
And then she said, you will see all of these people from, especially Caucasian white people.
Yeah.
And then she said, something that's very Bhutanese is they will never let you be destitute. Your community will never let you be destitute. Your community will never, even if they can't actively, change your life, they will make sure that they look after you in a way or another. And that's something that I really hold close about my community as well.
Yeah.
And hopefully that continues. I'm not sure if
Well,
Jay, you're aware.
look, I've lived here my whole life, okay? Sydney and Perth. And I tell you something, I have never witnessed anything like the Bhutanese community. You guys came in strong, fast, and basically took over. And the way you swept it. Perth has become Bhutan, basically. Like, you guys took over in a different way. And the way I see it is the community. The community has to stick. I really hope the community sticks together. Has to stick together. Because that's why you are so powerful right now.
Yeah.
I don't see a more powerful community out there in general. So I just hope it lasts. And, if it lasts, then it's good for my children too, right? So, and it's good for, it's good for everyone.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh, do you have anything to add to that discussion?
No, he said it so well. Yeah.
Yes. This is probably my last question to
Yeah.
you guys. Okay, second last. Just remember something that I wanted to ask before we leave. What would be your advice individually? Like, if Jay, in your case, what would be your advice for somebody who really wants to get started in business, in any kind of business, right? What would be your advice to anybody?
I'll keep it short with that one. Visualize and take action. But just take action. Just get it done. Get it done.
Yeah. And what would be your advice to like young or like even like not necessarily young, anybody who wants to start content creation, anybody who wants to, because social media is the next big thing, right? What if there's any advice that you can give from how you have like blown up on social
Advice
media?
giving stage na di mahirap on that level na di, but as like looking at how Ngaigi account grew and how it is performing, doing, I will say if you're interested in something, just put your video out there, like be consistent, like just show that you like what you're doing, you like this and that, whatever it is. I think you just have to like put it out there. Don't be like, ay, nganchu daga thonga mo, yami gashlonga mo, comments, and or like if you get low views, nga delete bedaga. Like I think just don't be afraid and just put it out there. No one knows, like you never know who will see it, like who will like notice it, you know. And then just consistency, normality. Just
How great is her mentality?
Definitely, yeah.
Amazing. Like, you know, a mother of three children, toddlers and an infant, and you still have time to be a content creator, babe. So this is what I'm talking about. Just, you know.
And I think, just before I Mazola, I want to add that because the stay-at-home mommy, which basically means you're a housewife at home with kids, same about that. Like back then it used to be like, housewife, yeah, yeah, like that kind of attitude. Not talking so well about it, like, yeah. Jamite chiladi chimna devi alutabi dinigi jamite aluchiga temsebi dinigi chimna iladi su jamite. I think that mentality atichi might have changed slowly that and being a stay-at-home mom is not easy, but I think it's you can enjoy that life if you are able to like be a stay-at-home mom. So society stay-at-home moms love the loot, they think you just stay at home, like literally more. But I think there's so much more to it. It's not just staying at home. There's so much more to it. Not just taking care of the kids, like every little thing that comes along with being a stay-at-home mom. So yeah, it's.
So your advice on content?
I personally definitely agree with everything that you have said. The notion that stay-at-home moms have it easy is like so old. I personally think that it's such a thankless job usually because with a 9 to 5, when you go out and when you come back home, there's this mentality from the people who stay home that, oh, this person went out and did something. But when you're a stay-at-home mom, you never clock out. Everything needs your attention all the time. There are so many things pulling you at different directions that needs your attention, so many things that need to be done. And the emotional labor and the mental labor that goes into making sure that, let's just say very small, that the kids' tiffins are like washed today for the next day, or making sure that maybe a shirt that, Jay needs to wear tomorrow for a particular meeting is like ironed out and that's like ready to go. So many things that deserves your attention, that needs your attention, so all the time. You just never clock out, it just never stops. And then I personally think that, that particular idea around stay-at-home moms and how they have it easy is like very outdated.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
The amount of, work, or it's also a stressful thing. Like you said, you never clock off. They never clock off. And but the fact that you still have what it takes to do content creating on top of that, is what really impresses me, and I'm so proud of her.
And making sure that a new brand, like, a new clothing brand, that's a lot.
We're getting it done.
Hopefully launching very, very soon. Yeah.
And I have to ask you guys this before we, before we say our goodbyes for this particular season and this particular episode. Individually and together, what has been your biggest takeaway? Like, what has been your biggest takeaway from life, from the business, from parenthood? What has been your biggest takeaway so far?
Could you rephrase that? Takeaway as in?
a lesson maybe? What has been
Oh,
the biggest
right.
lesson? Like, whether maybe
As
it can all come
parents?
together. Maybe it can all come together, like as parents, or it can be like from one particular segment of your life as well. Like, what has been the biggest lesson that you have learned that you constantly keep like going back to and then reflecting on it?
For me, this will be failure. Failure has taught me so much in life, and it has really humbled me in so many ways. So don't be afraid to take the leap of faith, but I think failure, learning to accept failure is what I think about a lot. So the biggest lesson in life for me was learning to accept my failures and moving on, because it's okay. No, it's never the end. So just keep moving forward. Failure is the key to success. Yeah.
I think for me, because I'm a stay-at-home mom, after you become a parent or after you become a mom, you are only growing each and every day with your children, with your kids. So I think it's okay. Like sometimes situations are they're like, oh my god, why did I do this? Why did I like you regret and all the guilt and everything. It's okay, and you don't have to feel bad about it. And if you feel bad about it, that only shows that you are trying to be good. Because if you're like botherless, careless, I'm not like say sometimes they watching, it's not going anywhere in the good direction. So I think it's okay. Like take it easy as a stay-at-home mom, and yeah, just enjoy your present moments with your family.
And I'll have to add one more thing to that. Make your wife happy.
Definitely, definitely. We need to highlight that particular one when we send out the teas. And I'm so sorry. I kept thinking of this question, but then I kept forgetting it.
Yeah.
Jay said you did your schooling in Sydney.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh.
I did not go to university.
Okay.
I was not interested. I was never interested in studying. I've probably read maybe 3 books in my life. However, if it was a book related to business, I would read it. So I like to do what I'm interested in, which is, I guess, new ventures and just kind of doing my own thing. Yeah, no.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much, guys. I actually cannot thank you guys enough for your patience as the numerous takes that we had to do because of my coughing and whatever. But then thank you so much for your patience. Thank you so much for coming and then like making time. I hope you guys had as much fun as I did, like learning
We
more
did.
about you guys.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah, no, thank you for having us.
And hope you enjoyed this episode.
See ya.
Are YouTube? You want to talk about YouTube?
Please check out our YouTube at The Gym Fam.
And I hope that the people who watched this episode have as much fun as I did while we were talking, and then as much fun as I had shooting this particular episode. I really learned a lot about you guys, really learned a lot about good advice from both of you that I think can be taken and applied to a lot of things, a lot of things in life. And that is the end of our last episode for this particular season. Hopefully we will see you for our next season, and thank you for watching. This is Heart to Heart, the stories of us.